I was at halftime amazed that we had a chance. Watched a lot of tape. I got to give Tennessee credit. They made shots and did stuff, you know. But when you look and you say that we shot what we did and we shot from the three what we did, they had a bunch of offensive rebounds, but we had 22 second chance. 3 plays hurt us out of bounds. 3 plays, 2 out of bounds. And again, when you don't have the right guy on the ball, that stuff happens. But the kids fought, and I haven't lost any faith. We don't have DJ. I mean, teams are playing good against us, and all our goals are still there. I have a good team. We're young. We still make some errors. But we got to get healthy.
Kyle, you knew Tennessee was going to come out and play physically. What did you think of the way your guys responded to that physicality, especially early on?
Well, early on they were making every shot and doing it, which is fine. But we're down 4 at half. We make a 3, it's a 1-point game. We have our chances, and again, I'll have to go watch the tape. There were, again, some stuff that went on, some shots that we missed. You gotta have a bunch of guys playing at their best when you're playing against a team like that, top 5 team, and they're playing well. You got guys making shots that haven't made shots, making threes, and so you're gonna have to play. And I like the fact that we were there. We're down 7 and we had missed 4 free throws. And I mean, it's the end of the game. Let's go. And so some of that stuff hurt us. I don't want these guys to lose any faith. Your confidence does get shaken when you're young. I thought Justin did a good job today. It's great to have him back in there where he can go. He did some really good stuff. So.
Kyle, you mentioned the out-of-bounds plays killed you. What did you see on those? What went wrong? And
the guy out of bounds is supposed to be standing under the basket, and he wasn't. And so they threw it right at the basket. The guy that got screened had to fight a little bit more, knock the guy down, do whatever you have to. You can't give him that. And then we fell asleep on the corner. So they had 2 layups and a corner 3.
More broadly on defense, as this kind of continues to be a thing, trying to keep teams under 80, 90 points, is there a common theme you've seen in that?
Well, some of it in this game, there were things that we talked about. You can't let this team get to the elbows. In every huddle, we were saying the same thing. So we got to be a little more sound defensively in what we're doing, and we're going to have to be a collective defensive team, and I keep saying it. And if one guy stops playing, or it's going to hurt this group. But when we do it together, we can hold our own. But you got to rebound to start the game. Come on, they had too many attempts, and just about each one of them they scored a basket. So that's defense too, by the way.
John, the last 2 games, Trey struggled a little bit. What are you kind of seeing from him out there tonight? I don't think he scored tonight.
He struggled a little bit. We'll sit down with him and figure it out. Last game I stuck with him way too long. This game I just said, look, maybe it's not your game. We got to get you back. We play Tuesday. You can't. We're on the road. There'll be another sold-out game. Vandy won tonight. So now we're playing a team that's confident. They've been in every game, and now we're walking into their place. So you gotta bounce back. I mean, we're still one of those teams. We lost 2 games to teams that played well and deserved to beat us.
Coach, you had a great game from Uganda last game, and kind of all the bigs seem to kind of struggle, especially on the offensive end tonight. What's the message to those guys playing the 5 as there's kind of some playing time going up and down at that position?
Well, here's what happens. Guard, so that they're not pushing you out of the way, 1, to rebound, and 2, so they can get layups. Just don't accept it. That's the first thing. Again, we're still missing a lot of baskets 2 feet from the goal that we got to make. We had a dunk to Aaron that should have been a dunk in the first half. Those kind of plays, like I told them, we got to make those. Those are easy plays. But we're a perimeter-oriented team, which should open up the lane for some of these guys. And we got some stuff, but we got to be better.
Forrest, back left.
Cal, back here, with the 2 losses at home back-to-back, how do you rally the guys and get their confidence up if you think they need it?
Well, it's, first of all, I told them after, that team played really well and you fought and had your chances. Some of the breakdowns we can talk about and get better. But I told them, every goal we have is still out in front of us. We're fine if we come together and understand. I said Justin played well, did some good stuff. Robert did well. Robert kept us in the game. I mean, in the first half, we were down 4 because Robert made basket after basket. Reed did some good stuff. We got to get healthy and it's hard to get a rotation going when you're shorthanded. I thought Adu did some really good stuff today. Adu rebounded and scored at the rim, made free throws. He did good stuff today.
Ryan on the right.
Cal, obviously, you're never going to be happy when you give up more than 100 points, but for you, how much more frustrating is it that you guys pretty much held Dalton Connect in check? I mean, you've been finished with 15 before those came on free throws late in the game. So it seems like you held him in check and just these other guys beat you.
Well, we talked about, you want to guard him, but you also know the other guys can play. They're dangerous. And what those guys had done, they had 5 guys in double figures. Well, they hadn't had that. They'd had him and the other guys getting 6-8 points. But those guys are capable. Ziegler's capable. Vescovi's capable. Obviously, James, the way he played tonight, is capable. And, one of the things I told my guys before the game is some of you guys are going to have some big games here. It's just going to have to. That's what happens in these kind of games. 2 top teams, they're top 5, we were top 10. So it's hard for these young kids, and I've just got to keep being positive and let's go. Next game, move on. We got everything out in front of us. League is really good. We'll see where it goes.
Kyle, you look around the country, and certainly Tennessee is going to win a lot of games on the road, but home court hasn't been as big of an advantage for even top 10 teams this year. What do you attribute that to?
New teams. Most guys have new teams. We have a young team. We got the youngest team in the country, but most teams they're new teams. So when stuff hits, you're still learning who's what and what they can do. Some veteran teams may be better at it, but most of the teams, Tennessee is a veteran team. They've added 1 piece, and that piece is pretty good. But they're a veteran team, and but it's the same. Whether it be losing at home or losing to teams that are unranked, it's happening to everybody. So that's why I keep coming back to. I'd say today's game in South Carolina, but we were possessions away from all these other games. And that's why you just got to stay the course. You can't listen to the negative stuff. You can't listen to all the clutter. We're still a good team. And now we got to get healthy and we got to get back on track. But there's a lot of people that like to have my team.
Last one, Ben.
Cal, with DJ and the ankle, how much of this is trying to manage this now so it's not a problem in March, his health?
Yeah, he's probably, I'd say, I don't even want to say, okay? But I'm expecting him to play sooner than later. And, but, he did the high ankle sprain, came back against Penn. And he's done okay. He's freshman of the week 4 different times. So it's not like he played awful, but need him healthy. And if it was really bothering him, we've done some things, and I think he's getting healthy. And you know, but it's like you all know, when he doesn't play, we don't win. You know that. I mean, and you know, we can go crazy about this and it's that and it's this. Let's get our team together. We still got good players.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.